let's go to the woods. And here they are, as we see, you've got Radovan, Kia, and Racer, and other dwarves clustered up in a small clearing. They chop down all the trees around them. And the most exciting thing that happened last week was when the thing appeared out of the quote-unquote ether to attack one of the dwarves. Kia seized her chance and fireballed it, dwarf and all.
Roasted
to which
dwarf.
the rest of the dwarves were not overly happy. But hey, sometimes you have to do what you got to do when you're a somewhat borderline turning evil sorceress. So let's see what we do going forward. What are you guys? What's the game plan, people?
Well, we're mid-combat, right?
Well, I mean, it appeared, it attacked, and disappeared. Yes. So right now, everyone's doing the whole, where did it go? Where is it? Type thing.
Okay, cool.
And all you dwarves are huddled around going, come out, you bastard. Got an axe for you.
Radovan can start, I guess.
Yeah, Radovan, why don't you start?
Yeah, Radovan, what are we doing?
Well, first thing I'm doing is I'm slipping Kia 5 gold, just, nonchalantly. Here you go. Let's never speak of that again. Well, I'm honestly at a loss. Like, we need to tether this thing to our plane so we can kill it. So
That's easy.
yeah, the problem is it probably won't
That's easy.
appear.
Let me just do that with my outer worldly tethering thing.
Ah, here we go. I have a short sword.
There you go. That'll tether anything if you stab it hard enough.
Perhaps you have...
I just had an idea.
Okay. What?
Okay, Kia,
Yes.
what spells do you have in your ring?
I have 2 magic missiles and 1 darkness.
Darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, whoa. Let's not, make it impossible for us to see as well.
Hey, I
asking what
I knew
does
she
she
had
have.
one
You're not
spell
saying
in her
cast
ring.
it.
No, I know. The second she said darkness, Radovan I got a little scared. I'll be honest.
But I just knew she had one spell in her ring that wasn't hers to start with, and I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
Right.
That was it. Darkness.
I was hoping that, Gorbad would have, placed that there way back, knowing that it could help us.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Not that
I'm not
good.
that insightful. I didn't
Radovan,
plan
you-
this that far ahead.
Someone could step out and you could prepare a sound burst to try to stun probably
Well-
whoever steps out and the beast.
I ain't stepping out.
Well, that's kind of implying that I need to step out because it'll burst around me, and in a second it appears behind me. I guess you guys yell now, and I just do it.
Look out!
I could try. I'm gonna turn to the
thus
dwarf.
far,
that seems Badovan.
Badavan, right? Thus far, if you guys are watching, every time when they're clustered up like this, the thing typically doesn't attack. It waits for them to disperse a little bit and then ambushes somebody. So
Can we attach rope to the arrows and crossbow bolts? To a tether? So what we do is I step out, hopefully it appears behind me and I get to sound burst quick enough. You guys shoot it with a bunch of arrows while it's stunned, and we try to lock it down. What do you think?
But what about the chance that you just disappear into the ether with it and then...
Well,
Okay.
I'm not gonna touch it if I can help it, but it might bite my head off. I mean, how tall is the monster actually, Gore?
about dwarven sized.
Okay, so it's it's right. Okay,
It's
I
probably
mean-
about 4 foot maybe at the most. It's a little bit slightly larger than the average dwarf.
so we could. What about that? And we have plenty of rope, right? And prepare it. And I'll do that for you guys. I'll step out there alone.
Is rope gonna do anything? If it just disappears, then we'll just have rope.
Maybe.
we could try it. Maybe, we have some things prepared at once. So the rope thing, we could prepare when it
Sound
comes-
burst.
and sound burst. So
Please
somebody
don't-
else can do the rope thing, and then you can do the sound burst.
please don't fireball me. Just
Fine.
okay.
Fine. like you had it planned all along.
I had it
Fine,
all
Oh,
planned.
that was
out.
the whole thing. That this I plotted all this down in my notebook weeks ago.
So my used rope sucks because I'm wearing gauntlets. So do you guys want to do that?
So perhaps Raisa could use the rope.
Racer probably is the most adept with such
Yes.
things for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so you want to tie a rope to a arrow or a crossbow? Of course, if it's an arrow, it's in your control. If it's a crossbow, it's in the dwarf's control.
Let's do it in the dwarf's control because I'll give them the one end and I'll hold the very, very end, the other end. So that gives me how long's my rope? 50 foot rope. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go flying.
Okay.
Because the thing's going to be right there. So I'll have one end. So basically, I'm hoping that the dwarf can shoot, and then I can, like, I don't know, run around him, or ring around the rosy.
Ring around
You know?
a thingy. Okay.
It'll definitely work, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Well,
Foolproof.
it is a plan.
It's a plan. That's what we need right now.
Yes, and then I'll sound burst. I have an idea for an after effect if my sound burst stuns, but that's hoping it does. It might not.
And I'll just be ready, to
You guys
magic
need to
missile anything I see.
The second he phases, you guys need to tell me
Okay.
so I can do that. Sound burst, does it work just facing or not?
No, you got to face it.
Oh shit. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm gonna strafe out there, kind of on edge, half turn, right? So I'm gonna
Right.
do like the electric slide out there. I'm gonna.
So that you
not?
can,
When they say
basically, so
now.
you can see the party to your left and
Well, then of course this is gonna come right behind
Party
me
to your
this
left.
way.
right.
Party to
It
your
seems
right.
like a dwarf should step out, and then you just get ready your sound burst.
I gotta kind of walk out with it.
Well, the dwarves are all antsy as fuck. They want to get out and do some shit.
All right,
So they'll
well,
definitely be willing.
all right. Send out
Right,
8 dwarves,
dwarves?
and I'll walk out within range of my sound burst spell. Oh, it has a pretty good range too. Close, 25 feet plus 5 feet for over 2 levels. So
Yeah, you're fine.
35 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted to do the electric slide. Man.
You don't want
You
to do
could
that.
still do it in
you,
your mind.
you don't
Just
want
move
to do
on.
that. Not as an armor-clad cleric. You just don't.
Because I'll tip over, won't I? Like my momentum will go, and all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh shit!
Turf up all the grass. No, it'll be ugly.
Radovan trips, rolls, the beast comes, grabs him, and phases.
Right, takes him with it,
And there's like 20 more beasts out there. Yeah.
and then
okay.
just a shell of armor reappears. Like no Radovan, just the empty carcass of the armor. You're like,
Armor
oh.
carcass.
Okay, so where are you going to, Radovan?
I'm
10-foot
straight
square.
ahead.
So show me where you're moving to.
Out here-ish. I mean,
And
I
you
want
want
the
a dwarf to go with you?
I want a dwarf to go there-ish. So I'll be there.
Okay, so the dwarf
Here's-
is going to move first.
All right.
And you want him to be
ready.
facing you or facing
Well,
away
not
from
that
you?
fast. Facing away from me.
Alright, okay, so your dwarf eases out. And he's like, alright,
Who's gonna
this
be
is
the
it.
one
Let's
to-
get the
to yell?
bastard.
Who's gonna be the one to yell when they see it? Me or
All of
Raisa?
us.
All of you?
All of us. All of us. Okay, all of us. Well, I'm just getting ready my
It's
Where's my
behind
crossbow-
you! It's
crossbow
behind you!
friend?
Alrighty, so you're going to wait for the thing to attack.
Where's my crossbow wielding dwarf?
He is going to be...
One of you wants to step up.
He's going to move to here so he can get a better shot.
Of course, now it's going to appear behind all of the line of dwarves,
Probably.
Let me move this dwarf.
It's true, it could. Can we circle up now? Guys. Dwarves, circle around me. Come on. Get out of that line.
Okay, so the dwarves do their best to kind of close in the gap.
Sorry
All
about
right.
the French.
Let's...
I'm gonna move away from the mic because I'm probably gonna yell that I don't want to kill your guys' ears.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what happens.
You're gonna roll a dice 1 through whatever.
I'm gonna stand there doing, like this, and like doing this.
Bam!
There is!
Okay, so yes, the thing materializes directly behind Radovan.
Son of a bitch.
And we need initiatives for those people that are going to attempt to react.
Well, if they say now, can I attempt to react? I mean, will that count?
Yep. So
18.
Eraser is going on an 18. The dwarf with said crossbow is going on a 14. All right. Radovan, yeah, not so much. With an impressive 5. And the creature...
Better than the 0. And the 1, 2, 3, and 4.
13. Okay. Alright, so it appears behind Radovan and makes a surprise attack initially.
Can you put on the scary music? I'm not scared right now.
Oh, we can fix that.
I want to be
Actually, we need the combat music, don't we, is what we need.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like, okay.
Oh, man.
There we go. Combat.
Music.
War combat. Okay. So, Radovan, the creature materializes behind you and makes a surprise attack. Which is...
Peekaboo!
What is your current armor class, sir?
22.
Less... Do you have any dex?
No.
Nope. So your flat-footed is also 22. Okay.
No.
Yeah, without my shield, it's less.
That's what
though.
I need to know.
Yeah, it's God, math is hard. It's 17.
17. Okay. Well, it attempts to claw you twice and misses, sir.
Yes.
All that plate mail does have its benefits. Racer, it is your turn. So the thing suddenly materializes behind Radovan and goes, and like attempts to slash into him.
I
Seeing
think
this,
I will run. So I've got rope in one hand and dagger in the other, correct?
you've got the loose end of the rope. Yes.
Yes, and the dagger.
Mhm.
So can I just like attempt to stab at it? It's not that far.
You're close enough. Yeah.
If you hit,
No, I'm sorry.
You may indeed make an attack on the creature.
So is that count as a surprise attack?
Yes, it would. Because you're close enough and it just materialized, so it doesn't have time to react to you.
23.
And
Get
you
that
hit it.
4, 2, 3.
So your dagger is D4, but you also have plus 4d6.
So
1d4, and then roll 4d6 on top of that. So the dagger does 2 points of damage. But the critical strike, the backstab, does another 10. Alrighty. Okay, so you hit it. Your dwarf friend fires his crossbow. Take this, you bastard! The crossbow flies through the air and whistles just to the right of the creature and barely misses Radovan in the...
He's like 5 feet away and he missed him?
Well, you know,
The
it's
shitty
that whole...
dwarf.
It appears and he's like, ah! Shoot.
He's startled. There you
Plus,
go.
you also have to remember he's in melee combat with Radovan, so he has to not try to hit Radovan.
Look, the only thing you
And
need
you're
to
in
say
melee
is
as well. So there's like 2 of you in melee, and he's trying not to hit Raystead. He's trying not to hit Radovan. So that doesn't
you
help his.
really just had to say he's a dwarf.
Yeah.
You know, he
He's
should
a
be
dwarf.
digging holes.
He's just a dwarf. D-E-D.
Dang.
Resub!
Yes!
Thank you for the resub. Spam your rollies for Grey Moon.
Yeah. Thank you, Grey Moon.
Thank you, dude. Alrighty, so it is now Radovan.
Alright. So,
As arrows or as crossbow bolts whistle past your head and claws buzz past your ears, you spin around and like, ah!
okay. I kind of don't want to do a sound burst.
Okay.
I want to try a remove curse.
Oh,
So
righty.
I want to touch him and cast remove curse.
Make a
Oh my
touch
gosh.
attack then, sir.
Oh, it rolls, Cuthbert man. Like seriously.
Oh, did you see that it was on 7?
Well, you touch the strange furry creature with your hand,
Just like this. That's what I'm doing.
and he goes, "Cookie! Ah, no, 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 no." Sorry. It does look
Alright.
like a Cookie Monster, I must admit. Okay, you touch it and cast Remove Curse.
Yes.
As soon as you touch it, it goes, and disappears.
Oh, come on, man.
Ah,
Should I use both 2 fingers?
Maybe you.
Like,
Hey, maybe you did it.
I'm just gonna go like this. You know?
It's
Okay.
gone. It vanished.
All right.
is it my turn?
Well, I'm just gonna be looking around, I guess.
Doesn't appear to be there. Obviously, this
Yeah.
dwarf spun around to look.
Telepathically tell Cal to get out and circle out, and if you see a monster, sting it.
Okay. So the very hard to see Cal.
Hey, he has like plus 24 hide, you know.
Oh, I know.
great.
It's like he's supposed to be extremely hard to see, but it's like he really is hard to see on this map.
I love it.
In fact, I don't know that if anybody in chat didn't know where he was, they probably couldn't see him. Let's here.
Right.
You might just need to make him a different color, like pink,
No, I'm gonna just tag him.
or just make him pink.
There
Oh,
you
okay.
go.
Cal is next to the little yellow dot.
Oh wow.
There's a Cal right there underneath the yellow dot. I know it's hard to see, but he is actually there.
I can't even find.
Holy,
I can't
yeah,
even
no,
see
I
it.
can't even see him.
Show
Holy
me
crap.
what you got, Cal. Freaking show me what you
He
got.
stings Radovan. No, okay, so Cal is basically like just buzzing around looking for an attack of opportunity on something that may appear. Well, it vanished. Radovan, you played bait and
What?
it attacked, but unfortunately the dwarf failed to tag it with the bolt.
Stupid dwarf.
Well, reel in the bolt and try
Yeah,
again.
set up another one. Yeah.
All right.
And I got nothing. I mean, I'm just standing
try
still,
again,
waiting.
I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna just say, dwarfs, he's your prince. What the hell do we do? There he is. There he is.
My God.
Well, it leaps out suddenly behind this dwarf all the way down here by his lonesome, hitting him for, like, one of the huge claws comes, like, lashing out and does, in fact, this time strike the dwarf
Dwarf.
for 22 points of
Oh
damage.
my gosh, how did it
As the
hit me for
dwarf
4?
screams bloody murder as you suddenly see these massive scythe-like claws materialize like out of the air and like go right across the dwarf's back as he screams as his upper shoulder and neck get torn open by this thing.
Woohoo.
What's that for?
Sorry, I'm just rolling Cal's initiative, which is 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Cal, not so much. Okay,
Down go.
so Cal, seeing this, heads in that direction.
Shoot, man.
Okay, so you guys hear this scream of pain behind you. Raggedy Joe, thanks for the follow.
Does the
There he
dwarf get
is!
a bolt off?
Wait, what?
No, the dwarf.
Yeah, to get shoot.
What, do you want to do anything first, Racer?
There's nothing really useful. that I
Okay.
can-
In that
Yeah.
case, then, the dwarf does shoot. The bolt sticks in the fallen tree stump next to his fellow dwarf, missing the creature once again. Radovan, you are scared and spin around to see what happened. What do you want to do?
Well, what can I do in this turn? I mean, because I spun around. Does that? take
This
a
is
move
the next
action?
round, so you have a full action right now.
All right, I'm gonna dart up and sound burst.
Woo!
Then you can only move this far.
Well, then move me where I need to move.
About there. But as long as your sound burst has a range of 20 foot or more, not a problem.
Yep, it does. So,
All right, sound burst away, sir.
Please, Cuthbert. Cuthbert.
It's not the damage he wants, it's the stun effect.
yes.
Which is just as well, because the damage is pathetic.
Yes. Cuthbert,
Okay,
you
so
son
we're
of a
looking
bitch.
at- What's my fellow, my nest of creatures?
Can't believe it, man. My rolls. My rolls.
What are you doing?
Cuthbert's not happy with me, clearly.
No.
Okay, it is stunned for 1 round. So Radovan acts, he stuns it. This dwarf and Cal are right here physically, but nobody else is going to get to it this round except them.
Can I blast it?
Unless anyone uses ranged attack. Yep.
Yeah.
So this dwarf shoots with his tethered bow.
Drop the dice there.
Loses the D20. 1 second.
We hit. We hit. Automatic 20.
Maybe that dice falling off of Gore's, little table is him removing my curse.
So, Jane,
Yeah.
burn it.
But there's
But
a
I-
dwarf right there. Oh, there's a dwarf there.
Oh, and Cal's there.
And Cal. Be sad times.
But can you see Cal? Can you really see Cal?
You just want me to kill him?
Stupid real dice. Okay, let's try that again.
Okay.
Okay, so the dwarf this time he does fire and he does hit the thing with the bolt,
Okay.
doing 8 points of damage. All right, so there is a rope now tied to the bolt, stuck into the creature. Okay, Racer, do you have any ranged attacks that you want to try to do this turn?
I don't think I can because I have a rope in one hand and a short sword in the other. So
Pretty much, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So Kia, what about you?
Blue ball.
Oh God!
I'm going
Magic
to-
missile, magic
missile.
missile.
Radovan has that familiar like.
I know.
Okay,
Oh,
the
look at those
balls
threes
of
and
blue light.
Yes.
Nice,
Yeah.
17. That would be okay. So the blue balls of light fly past Radovan and impact the stunned creature for several points of damage.
Cal death.
And Cal may attempt to sting it in the neck.
All right.
So
We
make
shall
a Cal
attempt.
attack.
Oh, this
Does it have a
Cal
neck?
has been useless for a long time, so
Come on, Cal, save the
Go
day. Nobody
Cal,
likes
pseudo
you.
dragon Cal.
All right, here we go. Cal to save the day. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Roll. 16.
14 for 16. In his stunned state, Cal does hit.
Yes.
D4 plus 1 damage.
So much
Holy
damage.
D4 plus 1.
Hey, it's a little scorpion sting tail.
I
What
know.
do you expect, right?
What the?
But now the thing has to make a fortitude save, DC 15. Okay. All right. It comes round the next turn and promptly disappears.
What about the arrow and the?
The arrow falls to the floor, as does the rope.
Oh gosh.
Awfully sorry, the arrow.
Actually, I'm
cannot-
kind of glad because if it wouldn't have, Raisa would have gone for a little ride there.
I'm gonna
Long
go
Daddy,
over
thanks for the follow.
I'm gonna go over to this guy and burn a middle level spell, hold person, to cast a second level moderate heal.
All right, cast a Cure Moderate on the seriously injured dwarf.
Do T8 plus 7, right?
Uh-huh.
Please be good.
Ooh.
There
Okay,
we
he
go.
feels a lot better. He goes, "Thank you, laddie. This nasty creature has to be put to rest. I wasn't myself, but now I feel right as rain."
All right, stop talking now, man.
Radovan, stun it
Yeah.
again. We need to cut its head off while it's down or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, I have one more stun left.
That's it.
Yep, I only took 2.
Why don't you come a bit closer to us so Raisa could try to backstab it if it's one of you guys.
Dwarf, come over here, please. So you'll be in range of the other guys too.
Okay, the dwarf follows your lead.
I'm just looking.
Guys,
out.
if this last thing doesn't work, we should run.
Well, at this point, Karen Brandfinder, the dwarven cleric, says, "All this fooling around, we're never going to kill this thing like this. This
Have
is
faith.
preposterous.
Have faith in Cuthbert, my friend, my
Yes.
short little.
I don't
wimpy
have
friend.
any faith in Cuthbert. I have faith in Murdine. And Murdine says we need to smash the damn thing. None of this
So
trickery.
you'd be okay with coming back tomorrow night?
Sometimes you have to retreat and come back the next day.
Let us
Listen,
go!
You can't always win the battle, but you can sometimes still win the war.
Let us go and prepare. We now know what this is. We can fight it tomorrow.
We do?
At this point,
We don't know what it
Gaffer
is.
Ironbeard, the leader of the Dwarven Company, says,
I agree. We're wasting our time here, chasing shadows. Let's go back, fill our bellies full of chicken and ale, and talk about how to dispatch this thing more appropriately in the morning.
Run!
What?
Fly, you fools!
We should
Really?
stick together and run.
well, the dwarves start, basically, as soon as Gaffer starts, the dwarves slowly but surely, they don't run, but they start
gonna stick-
heading back in
I'm
the
sticking with
direction
the
of the
dwarves.
tavern.
I'm just gonna inch as a big party.
Okay, is anybody not sticking together as a group, or...
Kidding me?
I think we're pretty much all sticking together, and within several feet radius. Right?
Okay, so basically you all, like, huddle together and head back towards the tavern
Yes.
after your non-successful
gosh.
ventures.
Yes, the dwarves agreed. I never thought they would.
Oh, they're not stupid.
Well, I
Well,
would
actually, they are.
say otherwise. I don't know.
All right, so basically you head back to the tavern.
Ugh.
Immediately the dwarves go. As soon as they walk in,
Pie and Dale, fill the table.
and once again within minutes, the dwarves are gathered around a massive banquet of more food than they can possibly eat and more ale than they can possibly drink.
Good. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna go to bed and think about what we could possibly do
Nay,
tomorrow.
lass, we need to strategize. We cannot
Well,
do that
yes.
with you asleep.
Fine.
Actually,
I
I'm gonna say-
plop down on the table. What do we got,
Karen
guys?
says,
Gather round, let's talk about this. So what do we know?
It's not
You can't touch
invisible.
What do we?
This thing, this furry, hideous thing, comes out of the air and attacks us. But it always seems to try to single us out. Never wants to attack. Well, except that one time when it tried to rip your throat out last. But beyond that,
Well, I deserved it. Let's be
every
honest.
time it comes out and just tries to single us and separate the weak from the pack. And then it seems to be able to disappear as quick as it comes.
Gaffer Ironbeard says,
Unless we can tie it to this dimension, I dinna see that we can slay the creature. No wonder our kinsmen were all slaughtered.
I can't do that, guys. Is this why you got me? Because you thought I could do that?
he goes,
We got you because we thought you had the magical power to destroy the creature. Whatever means you use was beyond us.
Southeast, thanks for the follow.
Well,
He says, at that point, Karen says,
So, what about you, priest of St. Cuthbert? What can you do?
oh well. I can do what you ask and what you need.
I stand up. What?
You can do what? Aye, tell
I-
us. What have you been holding out? What do you know that we don't?
Well, if this really is an extra dimensional creature, I can tie it, I could anchor it to this dimension. It is within my power. I just hadn't
Out of
prepared
that.
it, because I had no idea what we were up against.
Great beard! Why did you not say this before?
I didn't know what we were up against. You guys are all elusive with what you're requiring.
We tried to explain this thing to you, but you'd assess the fact that it were a werewolf or something like that.
I'm gonna calm myself down because I know the marks activate.
He says, well, maybe, just maybe tomorrow, if you can pray to your god St. Cuthbert to bless you with this power, we might be able to capture the beast and finally destroy it.
I'll prepare it twice. How's that sound?
He says, whatever you think you need to do, laddie. But it
Well,
seems
yeah.
to be,
and they all kind of start staring at you.
it seems to be that you might be the key to destroying this thing. Not so much the sorceress over here.
Hey, don't discount her utility and use.
Okay, one of the
Yeah.
dwarfs says,
I'm not discounting anything. Do you see the state of me beard? It's singed! I'm barely alive! She tried to fry me like the rest
You'll
of
grow
them!
it back. You'll grow it back in one day, probably.
He goes, in one day. It took me 5 or 6 months to grow a beard like this. And you fried it off with your carelessness.
Wear a
You're wee
bandana.
lassie. It's a good
Hey.
job we need you or I give you a right good walloping.
I will say that arrow almost hit me from your little crossbowman over there. It's a reactionary thing. You can't blame her for jumping out of her skin. Calm
And
down.
disintegrating a 20-foot wide area with fire. Come on.
I just wanted to get rid of it as quick as I could, okay? I
At
knew.
that point, Gaffer Ironbeard kind of leans up on the table and slams both of his big maulers down like... He's like,
Enough! She did what she had to do. The prince has to be put to rest. You're alive, aren't you? Stop your belly aching and your whining. Act like a dwarf, lad, not some kind of poncy-ass elf.
Thanks, Gab.
you know, it's kind of a compliment and an insult at the same time. It's perfect.
Good one, sir. Good one. Good one. I'm just gonna lean back and kind of stretch. You know, I'm
Gaffer
enjoying
says,
his.
So, you, priest of St. Cuthbert, you think you can tether this thing?
Yes, I hope to be. I hope to be able to. But
Right.
we need to find other ways to get it to attack me, but have me react in time.
Well, it seems to me we have a game plan then. You're gonna lure the creature out and tether it to this mortal coil. Sorceress, you'll incinerate the son of a bitch and put his ass to rest. The rest of us will do what we can to distract it and stop it from lopping your friggin' head off with one swipe.
Okay.
He says, and
Great
you,
plan.
lassie, in the green hood, should you be able to get behind it? He goes, I saw what you did. He says, seems to me that you know where to strike best. If we
Up
can
the
put
butt.
you in the right position, we might even have more of a chance to end this bastard.
I think we have a game plan, guys.
Well then, you lightweights go to bed. We'll do what dwarves do best and fill our bellies and get ready for the morning.
and they're all like... And immediately start squaffing ale and stuffing chickens in their face. And devouring half a pie.
I immediately go upstairs to my room.
I
Thanks for the follow.
follow and try to catch up to Kia before she gets in her room.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow too.
Alright, so our good heroic party heads upstairs to bed. Okay, what do you want to discuss with Kia as you catch her on the stairs?
Following me, buddy?
In your dreams. Look, don't worry about what they said down there. They don't know what you're capable of. Believe
They do.
Well, let's be honest, I hurt the party more than helped them tonight, so.
we were all quite useless, let's be honest. Listen,
Yeah.
we got this thing. I just gotta get lucky. I only get two ways to prepare, so
Well,
if I fail both
pray-
times, you
Pray
know.
to your god 6 times tomorrow morning or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I will. And you why don't you do me a favor and pray for Cuthbert as well?
I'm gonna be busy.
Doing what?
Meditating?
Why don't you hand her a book and tell her that you're God's right hand and that she should... It's like Radovan's a Jehovah's Witness that you're
Okay,
indoor.
I will say one prayer to St. Cuthbert tomorrow morning.
Hey, I commend you for attempting to convert people, dude. It's
I will, Radovan.
All right. First step, maybe you'll
It's gonna
see
be
something.
a short one.
Oh, you've seen what I can do, so it'll mean a lot to us as a group.
Alright.
All right, good
See
night.
what I can do. Good night.
awesome
That was
sauce.
awkward.
Okay.
A little bit.
So you guys retire to your beds, listening once again to the early hours of the morning to beer, 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 jiggly beer, 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 as the dwarves sing into the early hours. And once again, finally, you start hearing that noise that you used to, which sounds like heads hitting wood, like thump, thump, as they all collapse and fall asleep. The following morning, the sun shines through the window bright and early as you wake from your beds and realize, oh crap, we've got this thing to deal with. The marks on your arms reminding you of the urgency of your mission. And once again, you're looking at these marks thinking to yourselves, why are we doing what we're doing? We need to be getting rid of these marks. But in the back of your mind, you also know the chances of you succeeding are greatly increased with these dwarves at hand. So, you traipse downstairs bright and early in the morning as you appear back once more in the tavern. As per usual, you knew where you would find the dwarves, not in a comfy bed or room, but slumped over the table to where they fell asleep last night.
Fireball! Nope.
Ugh.
Raisa, your
Surprise,
turn.
mother... Okay.
What's that?
Your turn. Your turn. Do you know what I'm saying? Your turn to wake them up. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I was like,
Sorry, she leaned forward.
She's still waking up. She's...
do we want to just eat in peace for a minute before we wake them up?
Oh, Cuthbert, yes, please.
Okay, so you guys are going to have a healthy breakfast before you get disturbed by dwarven charm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, they bring you a nice hearty breakfast.
Kia wants to have her breakfast at the bottom of the stairs.
I saw that. The maiden is like, do you want to eat at the bottom of the stairs, Missy?
No, ma'am. I'm going.
Alrighty, so yeah, they bring you all your hearty breakfast. You manage to eat it in peace, apart from the melodious snoring coming from the table to your right. From the
Better than
dwarven
talking.
Once you've had your full of your delicious morning food, what do you wish to do?
Guys, what's the plan for the day? Are we going to head right out straight to the woods and kind of see if we can get it to come out during the day, or are we going to kill half the day and then head out?
I think we kill half the day and then head out. I mean, we don't have far to go.
Then I suggest we let the dwarves sleep so they can be in top form.
Okay.
So you're going to allow them to remain in their drunken stupor. Do
Yes.
you guys wish to do anything in particular, or
Nope.
the original Ginger? Thank you for the follow.
Radovan's just going to wander around town. He's going to try to stay away from the tavern as much as possible.
Okay.
I'll just go with him just for a companion.
I'm gonna go wait in my room.
All right.
Oh, Kia.
Okay, so Kia resides herself to the room. Whereabouts in Skeldragate do you wish to go, Radovan?
Basically just walk the perimeter, check out the wooden posts and stuff and make sure there's no holes or anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have a game plan.
Okay, so you're just literally kicking rocks and killing time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you wander the entire perimeter. The fence is remarkably sturdy and well kept. The gates are strong. In all honesty, they've got quite a fortified position here. The average creature from the forest would probably not disturb this town. However, knowing that this thing can appear and disappear through thin air, you kind of had the impression that the walls and the gates would not pose it any issues.
Okay. Can I do a planner knowledge check to think about what that is? I mean, I know kind of. I guess I'm really just wondering why my remove curse didn't work. So would that fall under any knowledge check? Or not really?
I mean, you can make any check you wish if you think it might be relevant. I mean, if you think that this thing is from another plane, by all means, make a planar knowledge check.
Well, I that's my suspicion since I studied Dimensional Anchor twice today. So
Alrighty.
I might as well.
Oh, that was on 20.
That was right on 20.
Boing.
I'm getting it out of the way.
Your gut tells you it could very well be something like an X-planar being because of the way it can appear and disappear. It doesn't seem to vanish and disappear. It seems to like phase into thin air and back out, like it shimmers in and shimmers out.
Okay.
But that being said, you really don't have any clue what it could possibly be.
All right. Cool.
Radovan, are you sharing this information with me? Are
Oh,
we
yeah,
casually
I'm-
talking about it?
I'm mulling it over and talking to you about it.
Okay, so for my question to you is, as an elf and now knowing that there's a slight shimmer before it appears, would that make it so I could see it that much faster than everybody else?
Really no, because it comes out so
Okay.
fast. It's like, if you can imagine just looking at thin air, and then instead of it like going bzz and appearing, it's like you see arms and a head and a body, like in that order, like zh, as it comes, almost like it comes out
It's
of
like
the air.
walking. I see.
If you understand what I'm saying, as
Yep,
opposed
I do,
to just
exactly.
appearing. So it's like it's coming. It's almost like it's using thin air as a medium of travel, as opposed to appearing and disappearing. So you don't get the gut feeling that it's invisible, which probably is why that dwarf could not see it with his detect invisibility.
Okay, so as we're walking, I want to ask Radovan about this.
And we have a donation, which we will thank in just a moment.
Radovan, can you tell me more about this tethering to this plane? Like, what is this exactly? Like, what is it going to do for us?
Basically, I shoot this green spring ray thing, and if I hit it for several minutes, whatever I hit will be unable to teleport, shadow walk, plane shift, astral projection, blink, dimension, anything that it could do, ethereal jaunt, which is what I'm suspecting this thing can do. I have no absolutes. And basically keep it in our plane of existence to kill it. So if I hit with it, it'll be here in our world for several minutes, which means we'll all have a chance to kill it.
Now, does it stun it? Or is it still
No,
able to...
it's still able to do stuff as far as I know. I mean, my suspicions is it just keeps it there, Yeah, it can still move around and stuff, so... And be deadly. As you can see what it did to that poor dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so let's just walk around and return to the company and head out there, I guess.
Sounds good.
Time stumps, yeah. Alright, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, so you head back to the tavern, back to the Rusty Spoon, and wait out the day until the dwarves wake up around noon, and you come up with a game plan of what you want to do. And we will take a very short break right there.